Welcome back to the workshop. I'm still working on Puzzle Cabinet 4. That's going to be a long project, but I just finished working on some runners for this project, and I wanted to share with you some of that process in case you were interested in doing it for one of your projects. Now, these are the 4 drawers. If you had seen the videos on working with Tiger Maple, these are the 4 drawers that I made. It's pretty crude looking, but this entire project is a scrap project as well as experimental. I'm trying a lot of new techniques, and so it's not going to look like something I would sell. This is something that I'm making for myself, and so I'm trying a lot of new things. So the runners, and if you wonder what this is for a marble chute that's going to go on in the back that may end up doing something for what's going on in the third panel. The drawers themselves are going to hold my pocket knife collection. So the runners are just very simple runners inside. And the reason I did this was so that I wouldn't have those horizontal bottoms, that separate one drawer from the other to allow me to get more drawers in. Now, this bottom drawer does not have runners. It just sits flush on the bottom. And you probably can't see it, but there's a hole here that for a pin that will hold a staircase in the middle panel for my architectural feature. So I must tell you that doing the runners, I did this after I built the carcass. So the carcass was built and glued together, and then the runners were put in afterwards. And usually when you do a runner system, you do it before you assemble. But I chose to do it after because I was afraid if I put them in and then I built it, they'd be off-centered or something like that. So it can be done either way. Now, there is a back panel for this. Here's the back panel. It will feature eventually a picture of a painting of a Thunderbird that is based on one my grandmother did. And since the knives, a bulk of them came from my grandfather, her husband, that's why I'm using that as part of this feature. So the runners are just pieces of pine wood. So this kind of pine wood, just basic pine wood scrap that I made to fit in. You could probably see from this that there are, I've built small mortise grooves into the wood to fit these things in. And so what I did was I put down my first drawer. Here's the first drawer, the bottom drawer that doesn't have runners, and from that was able to figure out the next drawer and how it would fit in above it. And I did this from the back. So the drawer comes in so that it doesn't hit the bottom drawer, because the bottom drawer is not really moving around, and that's the key. And then fitting these to the wall so that they're about halfway up of the drawer on either side. It's not exactly, because I didn't want it to mess too much with the tails, with the joinery. But, it did to an extent here, and I think it does on some of the others. It just kind of works where it works, but that way it can move without bumping the bottom drawer. The bottom drawer is not as long as these because it's going to have a little secret thing behind it, because, a lot of my stuff has secret stuff, and when you're dealing with a puzzle cabinet, it's going to be there's more of that as well. Also, the length of these things is such so that it stops at a certain point so that it's flush on the front. And so I didn't, so your end on this end has to be at a certain length or a certain point to stop the drawer. This end, it doesn't really matter as much, although for my purposes, I stopped it at this point as well. And so I built the grooves on the side based on my marks, made this little piece to fit into it and adjusted it, planed it to the point that I needed it, and then using the drawer, figured out where that would place on the drawer itself, made the marks for that, and built those grooves second. So runners on the walls first, grooves on the drawers second, so the drawer would fit in the right spot and not hit the drawer below it. And I worked my way up doing just that. The last drawer I had to do specifically to be sure it didn't interfere with the marble chute, which I glued in before making the runners. And so I wanted to be sure that at least this part of it, before it clears the back panel, and there's a notch in the back panel. Here's another view of the back panel, and there's that notch that allows the marble to pass through and to go down back here. And there will be puzzle boxes stored back here because, I don't like wasted space in my projects. So it's a very, I would say it's a crude way, but it's a very easy way of making some drawer runners in just, not much time for your project if you wanted to do it that way instead of having to use the horizontal slats for dividing your shelves.